Good morning. Yeah, it's super early today. It is just after 5 o'clock in the morning on Monday, and we're getting ready for a Vinayaga Homam real quick before we start the Ponuruka, which is the melting of the gold for the Thali. So my brother is getting married in December, and we are working on making sure that everything goes off without a hitch. So in order for that to happen, we had to stay up late last night. We had the bride's team come in and help us decorate the house and made dinner, had fun, you know, just spending some more time together just before all of this stuff really starts happening, right? But I want to talk to you about the fact that the truth is what we want right now in 2019, a month and a half before the next decade starts, what we want in our lives is not where we're looking for it. I've been talking to a lot of y'all lately. And, end of the year means you're trying to go out a little bit more, you're trying to party a little bit more. I know, y'all done got money, ang pao from Deepavali. That's the only reason y'all go out to open houses. Y'all have admitted as much. You go to open houses to meet up with people so you can see the older relatives who, they give you money when they see you. And y'all know what the rules are because you already know that, married people are supposed to give money or, people who are single, what the criteria is so you can get some money. And it's free money, right? This is just the way it is. This is one of those times where you amass a little bit of wealth real quick and then what happens? Y'all go out partying. And I'm not saying it's wrong and it's bad, but what I'm saying is if you're looking for love, you looking for love in all the wrong places, right? Because I guarantee you love is not at Platinum. Love is not at Highlander. Love is not at the clubs that we go to. And that's part of the reason I don't go party that much anymore. Honestly, the only reason I ever went to party was to find somebody to dance with. Because I love to dance. You wanna you wanna have like the bypass the queue situation when it comes to hanging out with me and spending time with me. If you can dance, it's probably a good estimate that you can be able to hang out with me if you can dance, right? Hey Anitra, what's going on? Good morning. But what I want to know is, are you doing everything you can in the right places to get the things that you want? Now, I know as a business owner, I want to get money, right? That's part of the reason I'm in business for myself. I don't want to work for somebody else. I don't want to do somebody else's work. But I also know that I can't just be busy. I can't just create things. I need to get out there. I need to tell people that I am open for business. I need to show the world that I am doing the work. I got to test my work a little bit on a couple people, maybe, maybe the first 5 or whatever, and let them know that, hey, I'm doing this. Check it out. Let me know. I need some feedback. I want to make sure that what I'm doing is right, that it's helpful, that it really is worth what I'm charging as far as, it delivers something. Because I know what I'm worth. But for me not to ask for it or for me not to be in front of the right people, that's just stupidity. I can't just put it out to the world and get frustrated and quit and go back to a job. I don't want to do that. Same thing with love. I can't tell you I want a long, meaningful relationship. I want to be married to someone at some point. I want a companion. I want a best friend. And then be going out drinking every night hoping that I run into the right one. Because where you are is sending out a message about the kind of person you want. The kind of people that hang out at the club, they're not bad people, but they don't want what I want. They don't want love the way I want love. That's part of the reason they say write down your goals. What do you want? What does your business look like? What kind of money do you want to be making? Do you want to be a slave to your own business and be putting in hours all the time and not reaping much of anything? Or you want to be smart about it and make sure that you get to a certain level on your own and then eventually you can ask people to help you, right? Ask people to help you so that they can do the things that you don't like so much and do it well so you can focus on the things you're really, really good at and deliver. Let me tell you this. The truth is, I want to make money with everything I do. As in, from the time I get up to the time I go to bed, everything that I do, if it's cooking, if it's talking to people, if it's singing, if it's voiceovers, I want to make money at everything I do from morning till night. That's what I want. That is the ultimate goal for me. I want to be the next Martha Stewart. I don't know if that's possible or not because she's just damn amazing. Maybe not the jail part, but I want to make money at everything that I do. She probably spent her whole days, no TV, just doing things. All, you know what? I want that kind of life. I want to make money. It's not for the money, it's to provide the future with other options on how to live, because Netflix is not the end goal. But I got to put in the effort in the right places. If I'm looking for love, I can't be looking for love in the club. I can't be looking for love, you know, um, in places where they're just looking to hook up. I can't be mad when I meet people like that in those places. I got to know my terrain. I need to do the recon. I need to make sure I'm in the right places. Now, a lot of times, if you want to find depressed people, go to the bar. I'm not going to lie. I've gotten a few clients that way. Not that I'm looking for clients in those places specifically, but I do come into contact with people who are a little more loose lipped because they're already drunk and they don't feel good about themselves. That's part of the reason that they're out there drinking, because they don't have someone they want to come home to because they're looking in all the wrong places. The truth is, what you want is not lining up with who you are or where you go or where you spend your time, because you are distracted. The truth is, you're not doing the right things for yourself because the other stuff is fun. I had a conversation with a young man today, or not today, yesterday, and he had just gotten off a bar shift because he's a bartender. He's a very nice guy, works as a bartender. He was talking to me about how, all these girls want to hook up with him, and he's tired of getting these girls that want to hook up with him. But yeah, you work at a bar, and you project this image of, bad boy, and of course, that's what girls go to a bar for. They want a bad boy, just like guys go to a bar looking for single chicks or whatever. This is what guys do, right? And he was like, well, how do I get out of that? And how do I do this? And how do I do that? And then he lit in on me. He was like, yo, why are you single? You should be dating somebody. I was like, yeah, I would love to date somebody. But I don't see anybody that's, that's interested. That he was like, nah, but you got to put yourself out there. I'm going to create a Tinder profile for you. I said, don't you dare. Don't you dare open up a Tinder account for me. That is not who I am. That's not what I want. That's not the kind of person that I'm looking for. I know the person exists out there somewhere. Maybe he's not in this country. I don't know. But the point is, that person that I'm looking for, the person actually wants to share their life with me. As in, they want me to witness everything that they do. They want me to cheer them on when they're having a tough time. They want to brainstorm with me when they want to do something different. They want to change something. Then they want to share every detail with me, but not necessarily be like with me all the time. Because I need space too. But I'm telling you right now, Tinder and Bumble, whatever the hell that is, I'm not looking for love in those places. That's not where love is going to be for me. I need somebody who can keep up. I need somebody, because if they are ready to take care of themselves, they'll be ready to take care of their share of my life. I'm not asking for somebody to come in here and rescue me. I don't need a white knight. I don't need a knight at all. I'm managing by myself, but the point is, I don't want someone who's coming in looking for me to rescue them either. Not all the time, okay? Something happens when you rescue people. They expect to be rescued over and over. I know a man who is very capable. He's so smart, and he's in the army, and he continually sets the bar so low so that he can exceed expectations with flying colors so he can look like a damn rock star. He doesn't need to do that, but he does it. But he's looking for respect and recognition, and he continually does these behaviors, and he wonders why he has less than quality friendships in his life, because I see him post all the time talking about, these damn people. Yeah, well, that's what you're telling people you need. It's people you're attracting because that's how you're behaving. And it's hard to hear that. They say line up with your goals, line up with your, match the vibration and all that stuff. What does that mean, though? Stop doing that stuff that's telling the world that you aren't who you say you are, while you're saying that this is who you are. If I say I am a mom first and I take care of my child by myself, I need to actually be able to line up with what I'm saying and telling the world by showing the world that, yeah, that's exactly who I am. I am a mom first. And that goes not just for my child, for everybody that comes across my path. Y'all know. I had a young man the other day who was like, you know what? I'm just sitting at home and I have nothing to do and I am bored. I live at home with my parents. I'm trying to, save up money to get my own house. That's awesome. That's commendable. But if you're bored, Look, I feel bad for you, but the only thing I can offer is, hey, I'm about to be sitting at home watching TV, chilling while I do my daughter's hair. You are more than welcome to join me. I have food at the house. We can watch movies and chill, have a couple conversations. Now, in this day and age, Netflix and chill means something different. And maybe he came over with the intention of, Netflix and chilling. But when he got here, he saw exactly what I was saying. We are going to watch movies, and I'm going to do my daughter's hair. So for about, this young man sat here with me for about 5 hours while I did baby girl's hair. And we watched movies. I think we watched about 3 movies. And we had a real quick conversation. I had to tell him, hey, I'll catch you another time. You got to go because I got other things I got to do. I am trying to make sure that I'm exactly who I say I am. And the truth is, it's going to be hard. I got to wait for that delayed gratification. I can't get the hookup right now because that's not what I'm looking for. And I've done it a couple times. It's terrible. I feel crappy. Feels like shit. I don't want to do that. I can't talk about I don't do girlfriend, I do wife, and then do hookup instead. That's not who I am. That lowers my value. I can't tell people I'm a business owner and sit behind my computer all day long and write things and not post them and not show the world and not talk about it and not put it up for sale. I'm not lining up with who I say I am. And the truth is, a lot of us want the title, we don't want to do the work. I'm not any different from y'all. I went through that too. But I tell you what, it's not going to happen like that no more. I'm going to limit everything. I'm going to say no where I need to say no. I'm not going to be stuck with temptation because I don't grow when I'm tempted. I get distracted. I get sidetracked. It's a whole different path. And I know that very well. So because I know better, I need to do better. It's just that simple. So the truth is, when they say line up with your purpose, know your purpose, part of that, all that means is say no for you. I was listening to E.T. the hip hop preacher, and he was talking about y'all aren't disciplined. Y'all want to go out to the club, you want to go partying, you want to go to happy hour and stuff. He's talking about, I go home because I can't get into trouble at home. I can be tempted at home and it won't be troublesome. I can go home and drink and I can stop whenever I want to. I don't have to be peer pressured into nothing. I don't have to go to the after party if, y'all are going to the after party because I'm home. I'm where I want to be. And if I got to get work done, I can get work done. If I want to, sleep early, I can go sleep early. Something silly happens when you get into a crowd mentality. I went out for Halloween. And all they wanted to do was go out and spend money. And that's cool and everything. You work hard for your money. But guess what? I work hard for my money too. And I know what it's like not to have the money. So I'm not going to spend it just anywhere. I want to be wealthy. Wealthy. Not rich, wealthy. I want to be wealthy. I can't spend $50 to get into a club for 3 hours. And then pay more for alcohol when I get inside. Case in point, yesterday I had people that came over to the house. Okay? And I was like, oh my God, they're coming over to the house. They're helping me out. What can I do? I can't, I want to feed them. How can I feed them? And obviously I could go order something and have them deliver it to me. But guess what? I put in the effort. It means something different when someone actually cooks for you. They put in the effort, right? And it's not a big deal. I love to cook anyway. So I cooked. $20 worth of groceries, y'all. I fed 11 people last night. Whereas if I had catered out or asked for somebody to bring it to me because you're going to pay for the food and pay for the delivery, right? That would have come to about $100 easy. To feed, as in like they're full and there's food left over. Feed 11 people, 11 adults, not 11 kids, 11 adults. I made 4 dishes last night in about 3 hours flat. And I made dessert for $20. Let me tell you this. There's about 30 people coming in this morning. My mom had to order food because it's super early. It's 5 something. It's not even 5:30 yet. She spent $300 to cater this thing this morning. And if I knew how to make the food that she wanted, shit. I would have stayed up all night to cook. But I don't know how to make that food. And I feel bad. But this is what I mean. I want to be wealthy. I want to be well off. I want to be happy and healthy and taken care of. But I need to take care of that first. It's not going to happen overnight. I got to work at it. It's disciplined. It's over and over again, the same decisions you make. Now, every once in a while I do go to the club. Every once in a while I get dressed up. If I don't have to dress up, I don't dress up. I mean, sweatpants and a t-shirt, or boxers and a t-shirt, because I do work from home a lot. But when I get dressed up and go out, I make sure the world knows I got dressed up and go out. I'm lining up, y'all. That's what that means. But the truth is, a lot of y'all don't want to do all of that. Y'all want your heaven on earth now, today. And I'm not saying take care of yourself. I'm not saying go get your hair done every so often, get your nails done every so often. But you can't do that every day. Let's think about that. It's not sustainable. You're going to run out of money at some point. You can't buy every bag you see on the internet because you're on the internet all day long. It took me a while to learn to say no. It took me a while to distance myself from people who aren't really going anywhere. They're talking about going places, but they're not really going anywhere. I am a dreamer, but I'm also the daughter of an architect. So I know what it's like to lay a foundation. I know what it's like to insulate a roof. I know what it's like to do all of those things. So you know what? I know what hard work looks like. And yeah, on top of that, I'm a projector. But I was raised by generators, so I know what it's like. So I'm going to line up. Every chance I get, I'm going to line up. Every decision I got to make, I'm going to line up. I'm going to say no. You know what? What's the end goal? What do I really want? Yeah, sure, I want ice cream. But guess what? If I could make ice cream for a whole lot cheaper, why would I go out for ice cream? If I had to go out for a meeting, I'm going to go for coffee. Why? Because if I go for coffee, I'm not spending as much as a whole damn meal. Because guess what? If 20 bucks will feed 11 people and I cook, right? I'm not spending $20 on one meal for one person or two people. That's insane. That's not how I dig myself out of a problem. That's not how I get further than where I am right now. That's how you start running in place. Like treadmill, you're running. You're putting in the work. You got the footsteps in. But you haven't gone anywhere. I'm not trying to be like that. So the truth is, I choose me. As many chances as I get, I choose me. Because me, this life, this body, has got to last me the rest of my life. I got to be there for baby girl. I got to make sure whatever I build is sustainable on its own. Iron Man did not go out and party his life away once he decided he was Iron Man. At that point, he was constantly tinkering and innovating. That's how he was able to save the world. Alongside a god, alongside some really highly skilled assassins, alongside a couple aliens. He was worthy. He was equal because he kept his eye on the prize. You want to be like Tony Robbins. You want to be like NFL players. You want to be like, pro basketball players. You gotta look at their lifestyle though. How do they get there? They cut every other piece of static out of their lives and they focus on what they needed to do to get to where they need to be. Those kids out there that are like, you know what, I'm going to get out the hood one day, and they're serious about it. Not the ones that say, yeah, I'm going to get out the hood one day, I'm going to make this money, and then be smoking on Instagram every chance they get. I'm talking about the ones that are they're missing in action for the most part. You can't see them, you can't find them, you don't know where they are. Why? Because they're in the gym every night and every morning. They're in the gym, they're eating right, they're around the right people, they're around other people who are going to let their lives become easier because they're doing the same thing as they are. They have to fight and say, no, I don't want this. Because they already aligned themselves with people that have the same goals as them. It's how they get there faster. So the truth is, you look at your life and be honest with yourself. Are you doing everything you want? And if you're not doing all that you want, is it because you're with the right people? Is it because you're doing the right things? What's really going on? Take a good, long, hard look at your life. And be honest. Because the truth is, it's possible. But it's up to you. I love you guys. I'll catch you soon.